There are some racetams that make it that, you know, for me at least, my own application of certain nootropics for specific productivity tasks that are actually bad for me if I want to sit down and engage in like a large stint of focus work. You know, like right now on the Cortex Labs website, I'm sitting down for 3 or 4 hours of time. I've been sitting here, right here, my home office for 4 hours or something, like, you know, working on stuff on the Cortex Labs website. And in doing that, I took some phenylpiracetam earlier today. Phenylpiracetam is very, very, very great for that kind of focus. Oxyracetam, same deal, but not to the extent that phenylpiracetam is. For me, phenylpiracetam is longer stints of consistent, dedicated focus. I've been working on this for 3-4 hours. I'll probably be in front of my laptop for another half hour. Then I'm going to lift some weights, take a break. And then, oxyracetam probably 2 hours. You know, 2 hours, you know, longer term focus, more speed of processing improvements, better verbal fluency, better mental fluidity, and then that's essentially it. And phenylpiracetam does deliver verbal fluency, mental energy, mental fluidity, etc., but much more of a longer term focus. Okay, so like a longer 3 to 4 hour focus. Oxyracetam, 2 hour focus, phenylpiracetam, 4 hour focus, right? And then sitting here, like, don't even get up to pee, just hardcore get into it and be interested in it and engaged in it. So there actually is some racetams that aren't really good for that long-term focus, and ANIRACETAM, as an example, is definitely one of them for me. I like ANIRACETAM. I like to take it to do some processing, to do memory work. You know, it definitely speeds my brain up to want to work, but it is a lot harder for me to sit down for long periods of time like this and do maintenance work or do otherwise like work that's going to take some time to complete. It just is not for that for me. And I think you have to know, for you at least, because I don't think it's going to be applicable to everybody how racetams affect them. But you know, you have to try to find which racetams and which nootropics in general you can apply to specific things, especially around focus. I like to multitask when I take ANIRACETAM. You know, I like to have conversations with people when I have take ANIRACETAM. I like to do videos when I take ANIRACETAM, right? It's a good, you know, stimulatory, get my brain in a good sort of fast-moving state, which is good for energetic videos that we put out here. And I've got other companies and other stuff that I do where I put video, and I'm always putting content. I'm putting a lot of content out all the time. Essentially, all I do is put content out. And so, you know, but, you know, and so you have to have the right nootropic for it and the right racetam for it. I wouldn't say that COLURACETAM is like a good solid focus for 4 hours. Racetam like phenylpiracetam is for me. It's really not. I can get some good stuff. I can get some productivity out of it. Mostly it's an hour or 2 hours of some reading, an hour or 2 hours of maybe some blog posts and stuff where I might sit down for a while, but again, it doesn't last all that long. And it's more so cognitive processing, improving cognitive processing, you know, doing some sort of memory work, doing some information retention work. If I truly want to, you know, take a subset of a mechanism for a nootropic compound and study it, you know, like orexin neurons or orexin peptides in relation to modafinil, or I want to look at GABA A receptors specifically, you know, in relation to like valerian root or phenibut or something, then, you know, that COLURACETAM might be great for that, but it isn't, you know, particularly useful for long-term focus. FASORACETAM, though, is. FASORACETAM's a good three, for me at least, 3 hour, just sit there and really get into something, because it really kind of calms my brain down. There's some GABA receptor modulation happening with FASORACETAM in conjunction with acetylcholine optimization, which is why it's so cool. I really like FASORACETAM lately. And so I can sit down and do, you know, pretty long stints of work with FASORACETAM. It's probably 75% as effective as phenylpiracetam in terms of long-term focus. Definitely not as stimulatory. So like whatever, like this is where you know, this is the point of this video. Like choose racetams, you know, specifically to how they're going to allow you to be productive, or what facets of brain function you could couple. Phenylpiracetam, energy and long-term focus. You know, FASORACETAM, not as much energy, but long-term focus, right? COLURACETAM, memory and processing and studying and retention, but not long-term focus. Oxyracetam, energetic focus, but for only 2 hours. ANIRACETAM, not much focus, but energetic output of video delivery, like for me, and in terms of doing video, Cortex Labs videos. PHPRCTM is probably, verbal fluency, speech giving, communicating with people, overall general brain fluidity. Could be applied to most things. Pretty good focus, just not any extreme like some of these other racetams are pretty specific, etc. And then PHENYLPIRACETAM, we might as well bring PHENYLPIRACETAM in there. I mean, for me, it's just straight up memory retention. PHENYLPIRACETAM is like the huperzine A of racetams, the new peptide of racetams, or the PRL853 for racetams. PHENYLPIRACETAM is just like, if you find the right dose for you and the right choline source, time to get down, time to study, time to process. I get interested in stuff that I'm never otherwise interested in with PHENYLPIRACETAM, and so that's the kind of breakdown. But the major point is, know which racetams for you allow you to do those things. Is it phenylpiracetam? Do you want to focus for 4 hours with energy? Phenylpiracetam. Know what I mean? You want to do something energetic and not really focus, but maybe toggle between tasks and have the motivation to do it, and just kind of be a little all over the place? ANIRACETAM. You want to focus for 2 hour stint, laser 2 hour stint focus? OxyRacetam. So that's it. We break a lot of that stuff down in all of our guides, mostly the Racetam God Guide. This is the guide that you want to get if you really want to understand which racetams apply to which situations and get very powerful, tested and proven racetam stacks with all the major 8 nootropic racetams. Every one we mentioned in this video plus an FASORACETAM. Get that at livecortex.com. That thing is $25. There's a link in the description below to buy the Racetam God Guide. If you like this video and everything we just talked about, there is tons more plus powerful stacks in that guide. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Bowler here. Hey, thanks a lot for listening to the video. Thanks a lot for being here. But check this out. If you want to take your nootropics game to a different level, to the pro level, we've got 4 major products for you. Number 1, the new Pep Pro Stack List. I think of all of these, it's the new Pep Pro Stack List and the Racetam God Guide, which we're going to get to in just a second, and we explain in the video, that are the most advanced guides out of our guides. The new Pep Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains a bunch of powerful sublingual, oral, and nasal new pep stacks. It also has 20 bonus Racetam stacks. The gist of it is, look, it took me a long time, 4 years of concentrated experience trying to find the best new pep stacks, putting them in a digital guide. It's like folks try for a while to find a good new pep stack. They're like, you're weighing stuff out, they're adding different ingredients in, they can't quite get it right. I figured them all out. I figured the god stacks of new peps, and I put them in the new Pep Pro Stack List. Get that at livecortex.com. It's digital. Then the Smarter, Better, Faster guide, as you see right in front of you here, that is a guide for new folks. If you're new to nootropics, look, any of these guides will suit you, but if you're new to nootropics, this teaches you everything. Choline sources, racetams, stacking racetams, phenybut, research chemicals, modafinil, everything in between. Smarter, Better, Faster is a very powerful, information dense. It's also a lot of stacks in there. Digital guide you can download for anything you have. Then the Racetam God Guide. This is a little on the advanced level, but still, anyone could take it and get the stacks from it, and then go implement those stacks, make those stacks, capsule the stuff, the ingredients that we've got laid out in the stacks, and then get a benefit from it. It's got 80 plus pro, highly advanced, super effective Racetam stacks. We got ANIRACETAM, PHENYLPIRACETAM, OxyRacetam, PHENYLPIRACETAM, NEFARACETAM, COLURACETAM, FASORACETAM, all the major 8 nootropic racetams in that guide. And then the Cortex stack. The Cortex stack is really like, look, if you're really looking to take your nootropics game to another level, I created that stack to give people an idea of what nootropics really should be. The pre-made stacks that were out there were not that effective. They just weren't. The companies and the folks that own those companies, I'm sure, are great. They just weren't that effective. So I created a stack that was like blowing my mind and allowing my brain to really function well during an 18-hour period building a business. I then converted that to a commercial stack. It is called Cortex. It is strong, okay? Get all that stuff at livecortex.com. That is what you got to do if you really want to take your nootropics game to the next level. Get these guides. Get all these guides. If you're new, get the Smarter, Better, Faster guide. If you want a new pep stack list that's highly advanced and surgical, get the new Pep Pro Stack List. If you want some Racetam stacks that are extremely effective, situationally specific, get the Racetam God Guide. And listen, thanks so much for being with me. Go to livecortex.com and get these products. And my friends, be epic and achieve more.